If you don't know these 5 tips that I'm going to give you in Logic Pro X, you are really missing out because it's going to improve your workflow and also your creativity. Let's get into it. So when you first open up Logic, you do not have enabled all the advanced tools. So I recommend you do that because then you get all the features that's available in Logic Pro. So if you go into Logic Pro up here, and then go to Settings, and then General, and then you go to Advanced, then you click the Enable Complete Features. Put that on, and it's a whole new world. You have so many more options to do in Logic Pro X. After you've done that, you go into General and Editing, and then you also click on Fade Tool Click Zones. That's really key when you are editing. You see on the top corner here on the region, you get a fade tool kind of sign, and then you can just fade your audio clips in different ways. That's pretty sweet. And you can also cross-fade it like that when you have 2 clips, and that's also sweet. So really recommend you enabling the fade tool click zones. Also, another thing that you should enable is marquee tool click zones. That gives you like a little cross when you have it under the half of the region, which means that here I can click there, you get this white line, makes you start where you have clicked. If you click here, you start here when you click, even though you have the loop on. If you have it here, it starts there. Also a sweet thing about that is that you double click on the region, it splits it. That's pretty sweet. Also, another thing that's pretty cool is to go up to Logic Pro, go to Key Commands, and then Edit Assignments. What I've done is to go to Trim Region End to Playhead Position. So I put that to C, assign that to C. When I mark a region and I press C, you delete everything after the playhead. Also, I've done Trim Start. Mark that to X. Normally X is to open the mixer, but I've shifted that to Shift X. Then you open the mixer. Shift X, then you get the mixer up. So when I want to trim the start of a track, I press X, and then everything before the playhead is deleted. Also, you can do B. I assign B to just split the track. Also, you can just double click it when you have the marquee tool enabled. So that's a pretty nice thing to have when you are editing and working in Logic. Makes it so much faster to work. So the second tip that I want to tell you is when you, for example, bring a sample from Splice or whatever you get samples from into the project, and it's probably another tempo than what your song is actually in. For example, this sample that I got here from Splice, a vocal hook, it is in 125 BPM, and my project is in 130 BPM. So now you can hear when you listen to it that the vocal is not totally in the right tempo. Just listen to it.
I can't let go of you, no. Are you waiting up for my call? Do you think of me at all?
See, it doesn't work totally. So what I do then is to press Option, and then I drag it so it fits, and then it actually makes it in time in Logic. So now you can listen to the song and this perfect tempo of the song.
I can hear you like an echo. I can't let go of you, no. Are you waiting up for my call? Do you think of me at all?
So that's a pretty sweet tip to have. Opens up a lot of stuff for creativity. Yeah. So the third thing that I really love is that I, instead of going up here to zoom in and out like that, then I have assigned my arrows, not arrow up and down, but those small arrows on the side of the shift button. So when I press that, I zoom in, and when I press shift and that arrow, it zoom out. That's pretty sweet. So go to Logic Pro again, Key Commands, Edit Assignment, and then go to Zoom. You see here, I have zoom horizontal in, that one, and shift that one to zoom out. So to zoom vertical out is Command and that arrow, and zoom in, Control and that arrow, which is pretty sweet. Tip number 4 is that I like to use buzz when I am doing reverbs or delays and stuff on, for example, a vocal track. So let's say I want to do delay and reverb on this vocal hook. Then I go to the track here and go to send, and then I choose a buzz, for example buzz 10, and then I can right click that one and then create track, and you get it underneath. And then you can name it reverb, for example. And then I put reverb on this track, for example, Valhalla Room. Here you go. And then I can choose how much reverb I want.
Hear you like an echo. I can't let.
And also I can put like an EQ on this reverb.
Love me at all.
So I can take away all the low ends on it, for example.
I can hear you like an echo. I can't let go of you, no.
And let's do a delay, for example. You can do bus 11 H delay from Waves. It's pretty sweet. Ping pong.
I can hear you like an echo. I can't let go of you, no. Are you waiting up for my call? Do you think of me at all?
And what's also nice about that is that I can, for example, create a track here. And if I just want the delay only at the end of the loop, I can press this automation button here, up here. And then I can adjust the volume. I can drag that down and I put keyframes. It doesn't come before the end of the song.
Waiting up for my call. Do you think of me at all?
And the last tip that I want to show you is pretty sweet. Let's use this vocal hook again. If I double click on that one, I come into the track itself. If I go to File, if I go to Audio File, and then I press Detect Transients. Transient. There you see orange lines that comes up. You can double click to take them away. But if I go here and double click that one, take that one, and then here, for example, you get the clue. You just adjust or find out where you want the transient. And when you have found the transient where you want it to be, then you go to right click here, and then you go to convert, and then you press convert to sampler track. And here you go. And then you make sure that create zones from is transient markers, which is the markers that you made before with the orange transient markers here. And then I go to the trigger note range. I put that on C1 because that's on the keyboard where it's going to start on the keyboard. And then I press OK. And now it has created a MIDI track, which enables a lot of... Right? That's really cool. So now I can use the delay that we just made. Whatever. Wasn't the nicest thing, but you get what I'm saying. It's really cool to be able to make samples out of the vocal hook. And sometimes it can be really hard to like build a song and know where to start. And that's why I created a video where I show you how I make a house song. So check it out right there. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you liked the video and got something out of it, please leave a comment. I want to hear what you learned. And also hit the like button and press subscribe if you want more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye then.